Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am doing several videos for you guys, and I did the two tazas, two very important tazas. I hope you guys will enjoy them and appreciate them. Zelensky and Vladimir Putin. I will be working on some more tazas once I get back from my travels. I'll be going away for work. Not this week coming, but the following week. But this weekend I'm going to be very, very busy. I'm going to be going back and forth to the airport to pick up people and drop off people and working. I live about an hour and a half away from the airport. So I've got 6 trips in 1 week to the airport. And it's going to be hard because then I have to come back and work. And it's going to be taking a lot of my time. I appreciate you understanding. I've explained to you, I know I have my new subscribers that are under the impression that the taza is like the tarot. The taza is not like the tarot. Every once in a while I would have to put up this announcement. 1 taza for someone else will take me, for a particular person, let's say Zelensky, takes me about 5 hours to do. And obviously I can't do a taza a day. And not only that, it's very draining. It's very draining for me. So, and they can only be made on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays if you want a good taza. So, that said, do you realize that I cannot post regularly? Like 1 taza a month is a lot already, and I try to do at least 1 taza a month. I will be posting videos of things that have come to pass, and also videos explaining some readings on the taza that I've think you guys might be interested in, things like that. So stay tuned for a couple of those readings. I also have a favor to ask you. I'm trying to get my channel out into the algorithm, YouTube, because I realize every time I post a taza, I lose a lot of viewers. I posted the Zelensky taza and I lost 13 viewers as soon as I put it up. I put up the Putin taza, and so far it's just been about a couple of hours, maybe an hour. I've already lost 5 subscribers. I think YouTube is penalizing my channel because it's not part of the regular community, like with the tarot. I don't know what to say. I just don't believe that people look at my channel, see me read a taza, and then unsubscribe. I find that very hard to believe because I get a lot of great feedback from you guys on the comments. So I think it's something to do with the algorithm. YouTube is unsubscribing people from me. Channels that I love, I have been unsubscribed from. Like Tacky's Shelter. And a bunch of other those animal channels, true crime channels that I'm subscribed to, I have been unsubscribed. So I think the same thing is happening to you guys because a lot of you tell me that you're not getting notifications. It's been so long since you posted, and it'll be like a week since I posted, or 2 weeks, and people are saying, where are you? What happened to you? So I would ask you to please do me a favor. Go to my channel, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe again, and then click on the all notifications bell icon. I think this should fix the problem, and it'll also get my algorithm out there so people can see other people that are not familiar with my channel, that never heard of me, that view people in our community, other readers. I think my channel will pop up on their suggestions or recommendations, and they might be able to see that that's here. So please do me that favor. Unsubscribe, resubscribe immediately, and then hit all notifications, and you should get all notifications from me. It's happened to me for channels that I love. Even Marie, a few months back, I was unsubscribed to Marie, and I listen to Marie all the time, and I had to resubscribe and then hit all notifications again, and now everything's okay. So hopefully it's the same with my channel. If you guys can do that for me, get me out there in the algorithm as well. Thank you, I appreciate that. And now for the main event, the reason for this video. My favorite taza that I've ever read on this channel has been a Boris Johnson taza, where I saw an enormous giant fish snake thing that they were going to find over there in the UK. Those were my words. I did not understand it. I didn't know if it was a snake or a fish. It was coiled and it was enormous, huge. And I was confused. I almost didn't say anything. I ignored it. And now it turns out to be my most favorite cup on this channel, because it is one of those rare occasions where the taza shows you the past. So it showed me the future, that they were going to find it, but it also showed me the past. And let's just go through it again. Let me just review it with you. Thank you. So here's a picture of what the Ichthyosaur, which is the fossil remains that they found in the UK, what scientists believe it looks like. In that first taza, when I saw that giant snakefish thing, and it's a marine sea creature, it's a reptile, a marine sea the fish reptile crossed that they call sea dragon, and I actually said fish or snake coiled. I did not say on that taza that I saw spots on it, that it was almost like fluorescent, maybe fluorescent, or eggs or spots or something. It had like white dots all over it and black dots. And I didn't say that on the first taza. And then a few days later or a week later, I don't remember, I was doing a Rudy Giuliani cup or shout out or something like that, that I said he was going to get, people in court. I don't remember what it was. And I took out the taza and I was compelled to say on that fish snake thing that I saw in the UK, I want to tell you guys that it has spots. Like it's either like black spots or white spots, but it's two-tone color or fluorescent, or it has eggs all over it. I don't understand what it is. Maybe fluorescent. The reason I bring that up is because what they found were the bones of this Ichthyosaur. They did not find the skin. However, the taza showed me what it looked like when it had skin, when it was alive and it had spots. And I will bet you that eventually scientists are probably going to find out that the Ichthyosaur had some sort of glowing thing, because I saw some sort of fluorescent bodily scaly thing in the taza. They haven't said that yet, but I bet you anything that they're gonna find it had luminescent or fluorescent qualities to it. And they haven't said that at all yet. Today is May 6th, 2023. And I bet you later on they're going to find out that this Ichthyosaur, had I been a paleontologist, I would have probably said, yes, they're going to find some sort of dinosaur, dragon, whatever. But I'm not. But now in retrospect, it makes perfect sense to me. So yes, they're going to probably say that this Ichthyosaur had some sort of luminescent quality to it. There are lagoons now that the water is luminescent. There's some fish that the water that they're fluorescent and luminescent. And I think that the Ichthyosaur had that quality. I bet you they're gonna find out. But anyway, look at the spots here. Look at the spots. Isn't that amazing? I actually saw that in the taza. And those of you that have been with me for years know it. And you can check that YouTube video, because YouTube does keep the date when it was published. That's amazing. So the original reading on the Ichthyosaur was on a Boris Johnson cup that I made and I posted on October 16th, 2019. And I believe the gentleman that found the bones of the Ichthyosaur found them February of 2021, and it took almost over a year for the paleontologists to figure out what it was. And so 3 years, let me see, 20, 21, 22. So about 3 years later or so, it was on the BBC, and that's where I got that clip from. This is so incredible to me that I don't know if the BBC is pulling my leg or what here, but the gentleman that the BBC reporter that did the story, his name is Jonah Fisher. Jonah, like the guy in the Bible that got swallowed by a giant fish, and then his last name is Fisher. And then they had him cover the story. Those people have a good sense of humor. But I was cracking up because he's at the end of the video, he's like, Jonah Fisher for the BBC News, reporting on this enormous giant fish that they found over there in the UK, and it is the largest ever Ichthyosaur bones found. So the fact that this came up is such a beautiful reading to me, such a beautiful reading. And I'm just in awe that here, I live in Colorado, that I'm here in Colorado, and I did a cup on this man, and it showed me an ichthyosaur being found in his homeland. How incredible is that? If that's not remote viewing, I don't know what is. Proof of it. Proof of it. You see it on the news. Because one thing is to say, after things happen, but to actually see it before they happen, and to report it before they happen, to post a video before it happened. There is something bigger out there, you guys. There's something bigger than us. There is something bigger than us out there. There's a mystery, and we don't know what mystery. I was talking to my mom, and I was like, wow, all these things I don't understand. I'm so confused sometimes. And she's like, there are mysteries out there. What mystery lays before us? She told me she's not even afraid to die because she knows that this is not the end. I just wanted to show my gratitude to that most powerful being, and to let you know that we're not alone. And I learned so much from you, and I learned so much from my readings. I'm just a conduit, and with my heart in the palm of my hand, I reach out to you and just tell you that there is so much beauty, so much mystery. And I know things sometimes seem rough, but know that things are going to get better for all of us. There's going to be ups and downs, but we're going to be okay. And I always say that we're going to be okay.
Let me just go back to that cup for Boris Johnson. You remember that fish I said in England? I just wanted to say something, that in England they're going to find a big fish, and I think that the fish is going to be dark skinned with like white dots or eggs or something. Either white dots all over, or white prints, or like luminescent. I don't know. I just wanted to say that because I thought that the cup was funny and interesting and peculiar. And I just wanted to throw that in there. Okay, to hear about some enormous giant fish snake thing that they're going to find over there in the UK. I told you I almost didn't read this cup. It was so peculiar. It's like some sort of giant snake or giant fish, strange, coiled like this. In the ocean, in the ground. If it's a fish, obviously it's in the ocean, but if it's a snake, it's in the ground. But I think it's like a fish. A weird fish is going to be featured.
I found a dinosaur. Those were the words of Joe Davis, who works at Rutland Water Nature Reserve on finding the fossilised remains of a 10-metre-long sea creature that lived 250 million years ago. The marine reptile, or sea dragon, is longer than a double-decker bus and is the largest and most complete skeleton of its kind ever found in the UK. Jenna Fisher reports.
Last February, on a bank of mud in a Midlands reservoir, Joe Davis made an extraordinary discovery.
I looked down and just saw this series of ridges in the mud.
It is.
Not only is this the most complete ichthyosaur skeleton ever found, the biggest one ever found here in the UK, incredible at 10 metres long, but it's actually the biggest prehistoric reptile skeleton ever found here as well, the most complete skeleton of any prehistoric reptile. So it's incredible.
The Rutland ichthyosaur has now been removed from the mud, and plans are being made as to how best to display one of Britain's greatest ever fossil finds. Jonah Fisher, BBC News.
And so this is what happens when the Taza reveals the past, when it shows you the past, which is a very rare in the Taza, but it does happen, and it shows you many more things. But again, that's another video for another day, for another topic. But here it is. The Taza showed me what the Ichthyosaur looked like when it was on Earth 250 million years ago. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I leave you with all these little videos. I will be away for a while. Please be patient with me. But as I explained, I cannot do Tazas all the time. Make sure that you're subscribed and that your notification bell is on, so that way you don't have to keep looking for me. You'll just get a notification that I've posted a video. I appreciate you all so very much. Again, hugs from us here, Cooper, Shakira, and I, and we'll see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.